So we have the inner fender removed. That's what you're going to see, minus our brackets here. And we have our fender installed, and the anti-rock from Currie is installed. So you can run our inner fenders with an OE fender if you like. We just happen to run our own aluminum fender. And you can run our inner fenders with an anti-rock, with the TeraFlex sway bar, or with OE. So basically, you're going to want to discard the OEM inner fender, and that's what you should have, just like that. So I just want to give you an exploded view. We'll have some hardware, so it'll be Allen head stainless washers, speed clips. You only need a few little tools, 10mm wrench, the Allen head, and if you have the sway bar from Currie, you're going to want a 1/2-inch socket and ratchet. So this is like the exploded view of the inner fender. So you have the back panel. In this space, you would have either the panel that accommodates for the Currie Anti-Rock or the full panel. I'll grab that in a second. You have your center panel and you have your forward-facing panel. So basically that's the orientation of the panel. Sorry, mine's dirty. I was so excited to try it. Got a little dirty. So that's going to be the fitment, just like that. And then let's grab this panel. So this panel is going to fit, sorry for that, something like this. And then this panel will fit like so. That'll give you your 3 dimensions into the wheel well. And there's your 2 panels. Solid panel, OEM style, Anti-Rock, TeraFlex style, sway bar. Everything's in the kit. So after you're done taking out everything out of the box, getting all the hardware together, getting the tools you need, you're going to take the main body panel here, the centerpiece, and you're simply going to push in all these locations for the speed clips. So that gets you the speed clips for the center panel. And then you're going to take more speed clips and we're going to run over here to the body, and you're going to fit the speed clips in each of these 3 holes. So right in the center. Okay? First step to installation is you're going to take the main body panel here, the main center inner fender panel, and we're going to push it in place, and we're going to start the bottom 3 holes. We're just going to start those loose. I'd like to show you another cool feature. It's our real panel here. So basically what you have is, these are stainless Allens. This is stainless steel plate. See on the back side. So basically the cool thing about this is you can remove this panel, just have a clear blow through. It comes in the box stainless, but you can remove it, take that guy off. You can paint it any color you want, body color, theme color, and then that'll push through. So a lot of customers like that. Just wanted to share that. All our inner fenders have that feature. Now you've located the inner fender, obviously. You got the speed clips, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the first step. The second step is going to be that bracket for the front stabilizer, stabilizing the inner fender. And then with the anti-rock, you're going to want to put that bracket on. Okay, so bracket. There we go. Next, you're going to find this bracket, this orientation. You're going to nut and bolt that guy to the existing mount along the bed stabilizer from OEM. There's a hole already here. It's just a tab. You're going to have that profile facing this way, and that's going to guide and secure the inner fender. You're going to throw a speed clip on there, and that's what that looks like. With a Currie Anti-Rock or the TeraFlex style sway bar, you're going to find that bracket as well. You're going to put it at that orientation and use the OE hole in a speed clip, and that's going to secure the inner panel on the inside of the sway bar. So our next step is to grab the main center panel and pop it in place. So what you want to do is you take the panel in here, start over here, work the radius up over, and then just push it above this little extra weld, and you're pretty much in place. It's going to sit on, it has provisions to sit along either the OEM plastic studs that come through here, or it's going to sit on the actual nutserts from the inner fender, from the aluminum aftermarket inner fender, which is our fender on this Jeep. All right. Okay, so once you've located this in place, you got it to sit up on either the nutsert backers or the actual OEM plastic components that hold that inner fender in. I want you to go in and just start all three of those bolts just hand tight, not even hand tight, just loose, just so we can still manipulate the panel. Okay. This is the next panel. This is the orientation of the panel. These are going to go like this, okay? So you're going to have your speed clip, speed clip, speed clip, speed clip on the reinforcement bracket. These are going to hook on right here to the nutserts. So all you're going to do is find that spot, line it up, and you're going to want to start your bolts. So now I have our hardware, got that lined up. Now we're just wanting to start these guys, make sure everything is in the right orientation. And we need one more. Okay, front panel in, big center panel in. Now we'll have the back panel to do next. So now we have the back panel with the logo. You're going to need 2 Allens and washers. And you're just going to line this up. So there's going to be one in the back here and one in the front. So this is the front one. Start that right there. And then that's the back hole. It's a little harder to see, but you'll be able to feel it out. Okay, so you got those started. So the last panel is going to be, for us, the panel for the anti-rock provision for the travel, and that would also work for the TeraFlex version of their sway bar, and the Currie Anti-Rock. The full panel would be for the OEM, or just a basic one that doesn't travel up into the fender well. Okay, so we had the front panel in, big center panel in, all our bracing. We got the rear panel in now, so it hooks on, same as every other one, all around the outside radius. Hooks on to those nutserts in our case. We know we got the Currie Anti-Rock on this one, so we need our panel that fits the Currie Anti-Rocks. All you do with this guy, I'm going to slide it right over. The easiest bolts to start are just going to be these first two. On the inside. And then we have our brace down here. You can start that one as well. And then the next step is basically just taking the nut and bolts. And you want to come in from this side and hold the nut for all three, and then tighten it down with the Allen. I'm going to get those right now. Okay, so what we have is our Allen head bolts. They're metric. I can't remember the metric size, but if you have a 5/32, which most of you probably do, that'll work just fine. You are going to need a 10mm wrench for the bolts on the backside. All right, so basically, easiest way to do this, they're knurled shoulder bolts, so they're going to grab pretty good. So you're just going to start the actual, just line that guy up. There we go. Okay, so that's started. And then you're just going to finish up all three and tighten them down, and you're all good to go. Well, for this panel anyway. Well, so now that we have all the hardware installed, it's loose. All right, you want to go around and tighten all the hardware. So just make sure all the panels fit nice the way you like them. Give them a little push, make sure they're in a good spot, make sure they're just sitting properly on the nutserts or the OEM plastic studs that are in there, and just tighten them up, and that's it. So once you get all this stuff out of the way, you basically just need an Allen key. You can install the whole kit, so it's pretty easy. All right, I'm going to tighten these down and we'll get a finished little picture. Okay, there you have it. The M.O.R.F series inner fender kit from us, Combat Off Road. Allows you to run the Currie Anti-Rock, the TeraFlex version of their off-road sway bar, and OEM. 2 panels, everything's in the box. Upgrade when you're ready. And there it goes. Stainless steel hardware, E-coat, powder coat, thickest fender gauge on the market, removable backing plate, everything you need to have some fun off-road and to look good while you're doing it.